please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And we're up to episode 3 of She-Hulk. And look, as of last week, I was like, well, you know, it's not. First week was awful. Second week was awful in that it was horrible propaganda, right? Second week was like, mediocre, just not for me, right? Just kind of like a chick flick TV show, not really interested in it at all. You know, I'd love to take a chick flick TV show and make it really masculine, like have lots of like women in bikinis jumping on trampolines and zombies and just very, very like male orientated, right? And see how much This Is Us, like season whatever it's 27 of This Is Us or The Good Doctor or whatever shit my wife is watching, okay? Which is basically how I judge what is girly or not. Right now she's going through, what was that? The thing with Nathan Fillion, not The Rookie, the one before that. Is it Castle? I don't know. Oh god, my wife has a thing where she will only watch one show at a time, right? So when she starts a new show, she goes through like 7 seasons of it slowly, right? Close I get the binge watching. I'm trying to rewatch. I'm not trying. I'm succeeding. I'm rewatching Westworld from the beginning, and that is awesome. But even that, I've been doing it for a week. I'm up to episode 5 or 6. You know, I'm not like I can't do that. I can't do the binge watching. I try and I fail. Anyway, I digress. We're up to episode 3 of She-Hulk, and I was nearly out because it's just not for me. It just insane propaganda, like hateful, insane propaganda that's quite artfully done. Right? It's witty. It is witty. It's cute. And it like hates. It just has hatred pouring out of every pore. It's what I call like feminist fragility, right? Feminism in its modern iteration isn't just women being equal to men. No, it's not. It's about hating men, right? It's about hating men and putting them in their place. That's really that's what it seems to me to be about, which is what this TV show indeed seems to be about. But feminist fragility is, you know, they can't deal with the idea of a woman being a character with foibles and like pluses and minuses. No, everyone's just the bestest ever, right? Everyone's just cutesy, winking to camera. And that's what it is. So, yeah, what is propaganda, right? A lot of people say, well, they don't come out and actively say men are evil. That's not propaganda. No. Okay, I'll give you an example of propaganda. In the 1930s, when the naughty National Socialists in Germany were doing quite well, but hadn't quite taken over yet, they wanted to bring in euthanasia for handicapped people, mentally handicapped people, well, handicapped people in general, right? They wanted to euthanize them. So they had a movie come out with, you know, all the famous people of the day, like Jennifer Lawrence equivalent, whatever. I am dating myself, but all the famous people of the day about a woman who becomes mentally ill and can't look after herself and just longs for death, right? It was a story telling the point that they want to tell. That is what propaganda is. That is why this is propaganda. It's Disney propaganda that men are bad, right? So who is this for? Who is this absolute nonsense for? It's for, I would say, angry divorced or single women who blame their miserable lives on anybody but themselves, right? That's who I would say it's for. Might be a big demographic. I mean, it used to be Marvel used to try and appeal to the whole family and be delightful, right? Yeah, we all went to Marvel movies together as a family, and we loved it, right? We absolutely loved it. I mean, like, I think, was it during Thor? Maybe during Thor, one of my daughters hit puberty, right? At that minute, you're like, oh, what? Oh. But it was fun. It was fun for all the family. Now it's just fun for angry women. Angry, bitter women. So it's just from Kathleen Kennedy, it seems, right? I can't imagine it's such a big demographic, right? I really, really can't. It's really to appeal to women who are not happy. Okay, I guess that's the marketing strategy of Disney, to make propaganda for women who are unhappy with their lives, and in that context, this all makes sense. Fine. So before we get in the review, like, share, subscribe, comment, all those things are very good. Let me know what you think. Sign up my Substack. Sign up my paid Substack, which is my email newsletter. And the paid one, you get comic books on it too. I give free stuff out on my free one. It's free, baby. It's free. I know. Listen, I come from a Jewish background, and hearing that it's free and you not instantly rushing to sign up, I don't understand it. Right? My brain is just like, what? Did they understand it's free? I understand it's free. Is it free? Oh, it's free. It's free. Sign up for it, right? Also, it's free to subscribe. My subscribers are. I mean, my channel's horribly throttled, but like, if I can get me above 3,500, you will make me a happy rabbi. Why do you want me to make me a happy rabbi? Shits and giggles. I don't know. Who knows what Des rings? So like, share, subscribe, and comment. Fine. Let's head over to me from last night where we started going over, like, again, this hateful mess that is She-Hulk. And it ends up, apparently there's a rap star in it. I keep calling her the rap star. I still don't know who her name is. Apparently she's somebody real. And at the end, they end up twerking together in She-Hulk's office. And I don't get it, right? I like, why is this okay? It's just there's no consistent rule about anything, right? There's just no consistent rule. Is what I feel like. Who was it? I think on Tim Pool or Crowd or somewhere I think Tim Pool, somebody commented that a female power fantasy is about being able to do whatever you want and have no consequences whatsoever. On the evidence of this, that seems to be the case. Fine! So let me hand over to me from last night! She-Hulk, though, is a show of a different color because this is talented people who live miserable lives who think it's normal, right? And made this show. And it's clearly talented because I found it entertaining and funny. And also hateful and evil at the same time.
Yes.
So we start off, we go, dun, 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 oh, remember when it was good? Yes, this is why you came. Oh, for a bit of, it was good times. And,
doesn't it ring hollow now, Rabbi? Doesn't it seem so thin?
Yeah. Oh, Captain America, now we've got to bring him back and show how he hates MAGA. And then, Captain Marvel, fuck off. And we go, blah, dun, dun, blah, blah, blah. Oh, is that female Thor, blah, 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 bum, bum, bum. But they just do that quickly. They're like, this exists on the shoulders. We are not midgets, that's the wrong word. Gnats on the shoulders of
Giant Man. Of Hank Pym.
Right. However, we start off. I like the Supermax. Right? I do like the idea of there being a jail for supervillains. So I think, and I like the design of it. This is an idea. I think it's fun. I think there's a lot of stuff in it which is fun. So she's going to see. So she's
Supermax was a DC concept, wasn't it? Originated by Kevin Smith in Green Arrow.
Yeah, whatever the Marvel version is. I mean, I don't really care. So she's representing the Abomination, the
Tim Roth's character.
Tim Roth, who is brilliant in this, right?
He's brilliant in everything.
He makes the whole thing come right. So she's like, well, why should I defend you? It's like, look, I am a highly decorated military officer. I was given the experimental super serums. I thought I was going to be the next Captain America. I was ordered to attack Hulk, right? I was ordered, and I thought I was a good guy. Yeah, and then he goes off to be an Avenger. I'm in prison, like this, and he's got his parole review coming out. Apparently, he's been like an absolute saint. He's just like. He's like made peace with everybody. He's made peace with Hulk, but it's just a really fun portrayal. I really, really liked it.
Oh, okay.
So it ends up with saying she's taking the case, right? She's the head of the superhero law division. She's taking the case. He said, "Yeah, I got it too as well. So I got a really great strategy. I'm sure we're going to win." He says, "Well, you might want to turn on your TV." And you see there's a cage match of the Abomination. He's broken out of prison. And he's having a cage prize fight thing. And she's like, oh, oy vey. Anyway, so she turns up at the Supermax. And she's like, what the hell's going on? You know, there's no way you're getting out there. Says, no. Again, look at I love his performance. He really nails it with this. Says, it's like, you're not going to work. He says, no, you don't understand. I didn't have a choice. A Sorcerer Supreme forced me to leave, right? and he forced me to become abomination in battle, right? And then I came back of my own free will. So he's like, and again, that's basically her response, right? And this character just kind of annoys me. She's like,
great legs, though.
Great legs, indeed. Like her lesbian gal pal. She's like the guy from Will and Grace, the one funny guy from Will and Grace.
Oh, I never saw that, so not to speak.
Can't remember. Anyway, so that's basically who she is. And she's like, this is Wong. He's a real guy. So,
Doctor Strange's mate.
Basically, yeah. So then she does a 2-camera thing again. So listen, we're not going to have a cameo every week. It's just it show's really about me. Although we did have Hulk the first week. Yeah, and then last week that we had, who was it? I can't remember they had last week. So that's the thing. The show is so forgettable. Okay, I guess Tim Roth, right? Last week. But remember, this is She-Hulk. So so there's a whole thing that she's representing the evil abomination, and it's So this is it. Just it loses it straight away, right? They think they're being funny, but it's only because they hate men and they live a miserable life, right? So when you talk up, you see all the social media thing talking about She-Hulk. So you Google She-Hulk, and it's like, why they have to make it a woman? I understand. No more female superheroes, please. Affirmative action superhero, which is what? Yes, this is not you being they think when they get review bombed, it's because people are making up. No, because they're sexist. No, it's because what you do is shit, right? Right, and this is true. Everything is it's called the MCU, right? Why everything got to be everything is female. I'm sorry, and it's doing a lot worse than when it wasn't, right? We got to find some reason to cancel She-Hulk. We have a Me Too movement, and now all the heroes are gone. Well, that kind of is what happened. I hate to tell you. So
they're supposed to be sort of shaming people here with all of that, but
right. So so then they again talking about the prosecutor, and fine. So she has to come in. Oh, and so she gets called into a boss's office, and she's got a meeting with this client, who apparently is this evil lawyer from the first week, who I forgot about. Again, this is average man, evil white man. This is you can tell he's evil white man because he's a silly pig boy, evil white man. Says, "Oh, I can't have her work on my case. She's we're related. We're too close." He's like, "Fine." He said, "Look, I'm the head of the department." I said, "Okay, fine. How about her?" She's like, "Well, I can't have her represent me. She's too hot, right? What if she wants to date me? That's not going to work either." So they said, "Can this guy do it?" Again, he's this super entitled, arrogant guy because he's a white man, and it's kind of funny, but it's like the sheer hatred behind it and insanity. I mean, maybe this is what it's like in Hollywood. You guys are wrong, evil, and weird and twisted. So anyway, so he's going to represent him, and apparently there's a famous rapper, I can't remember the name, who he thought he was dating and turned out to be a shapeshifter, and from Thor's universe, whatever it's called. And he's like, "Well, you thought you're dating, who was it, Cardi B or whatever?" I said, "Yeah, why not? I deserve that." Well, that's funny. Then anyway, so Wong shows up. She's left out a message for him because of was it the abomination? Says, "Oh, I got to go take this." So fine. So then they have a conversation. Said, "Yes, what he's saying is absolutely true. I did break him out. Said I needed something to train with to be Sorcerer Supreme." So he says, "Oh, so can you testify?" I said, "Yeah, sure, no problem." Fine. So then you have B plot. He's getting information, and he just seems like a big prick. And he says, we got to, we'll take care of this guy, no problem, but we're going to get on the fairy person, right? And so he's researching her, and then he walks back in and says, "Oh, you know what? I changed my mind. Cancel everything. We're not going. We're not going to go ahead. I was silly. It was a regular relationship, and it was because this woman acted like he ended up spending $175,000 on her of stuff when she's pretending to be this rapper. So he walks back in and says, "Oh no, it's fine. Just forget it." Then he goes and he realizes, oh, that's really the shape-shifting woman. And then so he walks out and he says something like, "Hi, I can't remember. It was something really sexist, like about I would like to have sex or something like with you, right?"
And it's this broad all the way through. They just keep hammering it. All these episodes are like 25 minutes long as well.
Yeah.
God.
Already, right? It's everything is about hating men. It's so bizarre, right? So lets him out. Out he goes, and it turns out that's the shapeshifter saying, "Look, I can just do it to you too." Right? So don't miss. And it's just, I don't know. It's made for single wine mums, right? Who are miserable and lonely. Who want to sit around going, "How awful men are," right? And that's who. That is the target audience. That person there right now.
I can't think of anybody who would gravitate towards this of their own free will. I mean, some of us are watching it because we grew up with this character, reading this character. I loved She-Hulk too. Fantastic Four for me, the John Byrne stuff with her in it, awesome. When she went back to the Avengers too, and then the Byrne stuff, the Byrne solo series, just brilliant. It was Deadpool before Deadpool. And in its place, we get this. And because she breaks the fourth wall, that's expected to be enough. That this is She-Hulk. It's not. This is some sort of malformed, mean-spirited piece of you-know-what that they're dragged onto the screen. Shocking.
Well, again, I don't think the people making it realize that they're, desecrating somebody else's legacy, right? They don't realize what they're doing.
No. Right? To them, it isn't legacy, though. To them, it isn't legacy. It's just IP, and it can be exploited however they choose because they're in charge. It means nothing to them. They've never read a comic book in their lives. Most of them. I'm well over this shit now. I really am.
Yeah. Well, I think most people are. That's why nobody's watching this, right? I mean, just nobody's interested. It's incredible.
It's hardly surprising.
So like we have the whole gutter journalists. They're like saying, She-Hulk representing abomination, which is bad. He turns up for his hearing, and he's got all these like adoring women. Now, like that he got from like a pen pal system or something.
Oh, I see. Like they write to the psychos in jail and stuff.
Right. So they all want him to marry him in some weird group home situation. Right, and so they're like, well, listen, you can't, we can't let him out. He broke out of jail to have a fight, right? You can't let him out. So no, that's not all. We have a witness. And he's like, well, who's the witness? So he said, well, Sorcerer Supreme Wong. So let's see him, and we don't have him. He's not there. So now she's like scrambling, trying to find more witnesses. And he's talking about what a reformed character he is, and how much he's like, how much I love them. Again, he's just charming. And whenever he's on screen, it's great, right? It's really fantastic.
Yeah, get a reliable actor, drag them into this, and before you know it,
right? Exactly. I mean, he's just good, right? He's just good at this. But man, there's a lot of quality in this. It's just I don't know, a lot of bollocks. Anyway, but look how charming he is. He's like, and these are just random screen grabs like I got, right? So they're like, okay, who has questions? And so they start pulling up all the guards about how wonderful he is, and how much he's taught people to read, and he saved his marriage, and he's like, again, he wants to open this meditation thing, all these people are just saying all these like wonderful, nice things about him. Basically, she's just treading time so for Wong to appear, but he's like, finally, just like, and he turns up, says, sorry, I lost track of time. So then he confirms everything. Meanwhile, on the B plot, right? The guy's
a B plot.
Yeah. This is about the woman who changes shape and convinced the guy to like. He said, "Well, look, she knew it wasn't Cardi B or whatever it was." He said, "Yeah, no, this was a simple relationship. It was very normal." He's like, "No, we're going to prove that's not the case." Anyway, so it goes to he said, "Fine, it'll go to trial." Then the judge comes back and says, "No, forget it. We're going to throw this out." And it turns out it's really her again. So he's like testifying, and it looks like it's working out okay. They say, so listen, what happens if you turn into an abomination? He's like, oh, no problem. I can totally work that out, right? If I can, here, let me just demonstrate. And he like takes his shoes off, and he abominations out, and it's actually kind of fun, right? But like everyone's freaking out, like, the woman. They're like, no, you see, it's only Hulk that can't control himself. Apparently, now it's She-Hulk, and he can totally deal with everything, right? And he comes back down to size, twink. And we're like, no, we're all good. So see, look, and that proved he could break out at any time, right? Any time of the day.
Gotcha.
So it's like, well, you just broke him out, right? That's actually a federal crime. We're gonna have to like arrest you. I'm like, oh no, gotta go. She comes out, and they're basically trying to get her to be on like to do an interview to like control the narrative, because she's refusing to talk to anybody about being Hulk. Then we have more girly scenes. Oh, you're so girly, so much so girly. One second.
Is She-Hulk? Is Jennifer Walters a lesbian in this? Because she wasn't in the comics.
I don't think so. Right? I don't think so. And she does a lot of talking to camera in this. So she says, "Oh, look, the B plot just came to join us." And so she's, and he works out how to win the case by getting her to testify that this guy is such an arsehole, so incredible that he would believe this rap star could possibly be interested in him. He said, objection. He's like, no. He's like, really, 100%. He's that stupid. So he wins, right? And she has to pay. And that's the rap star that was she was pretending to be, whoever it is. And he's like,
whoever.
Yeah, it's like, well, do you think I should go and talk to the rap star? She's talking more to camera. Oh, shut up. And so they're getting a result, and I think, he gets put on. He gets to go on parole, and she goes on TV, and it's just like an idiot interview. Like, should have gone on Tim Pool, right? Should have gone on somebody where it was actually good. So then more man hating. She's walking home and a bunch of evil men attack her. So she hulks out and she doesn't kill them, but they have superhero weapons that make it all okay. But they're still awful. And she beats them all because she's the bestest ever. And they try and get her blood but fail. Because they're men and she's strong and brave and bestest ever. And
it all looks so low rent and petty, doesn't it?
Yeah. But then it gets stupider. You get the titles, which are these hand-drawn things, which is just lots of smug smiling, right? Lots of smug smiling. And then you get a mid-credit scene where she goes and she's representing that rap singer, and they're like, "Oh, you're so good," and they start dancing together. and twerking.
Oh,
right? They
no.
do a twerk together, and it goes on, and okay. I don't understand. I just I don't understand. I truly.
Who is this meant to be for? And why is she in that horrendous trouser suit? She looks like Herman Munster.
They're trying to fight because they can't be for the male gaze. I guess that'll be awful.
She should look hot as fuck.
No, she was when she like hulked out the first time, but now it's like, oh no, can't be attractive. That'll be bad. Normal heterosexuality is bad. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.